All right, we got Cage Match Apartment Locators brought to you by the Straight to the Money podcast, where we discuss all things real estate and entrepreneurism. We've got really an interesting situation developing right now in the real estate space where you have folks, many who want to be homeowners, but we're in a rental by necessity economy where folks either don't have the down payment, they may not have the credit, their lender might not be aware of all the down payment assistance. That's a whole other discussion. Today I have my good friend on the show, Matt Geis, out of San Marcos, Texas. And we were talking, I believe yesterday, Matt, about how there's huge incentives for people to move in right now in many places in Texas.
Yeah, it's insane. So I have one particular apartment complex in New Braunfels that will literally let you live there for 3 months for free, and then they will give you a $500 Visa gift card you can spend anywhere. And on top of that, they're paying apartment locators 150% of the base rent, which is about 1,200. So what's the math on that? About $1,800 to get one person to sign a lease there. It's great. It's absolutely great.
I think, you mentioned it too, that for folks who are wanting to get into real estate, but they might not be either comfortable or feel like that's their ideal sales pipeline is selling homes or representing buyers, they could help all of the people who want apartments. There's a huge market out there for that right now.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I've been going in person, but a lot of apartment locators never show up. They send the list, they send the guest cards, they communicate with the property and their person, and they make money. I've been going in person because I want to build that relationship more, get that referral, take some marketing photos and things of that nature. But this is absolutely a job you can do remotely from anywhere.
Now, specifically, if we can pivot a bit here, I want to highlight something that you mentioned earlier. It's 3 months plus incentives. That sounds ridiculous. So, what do people need to come with in order to get into these apartments? How much down? What type of credit?
So it's nothing that a normal apartment wouldn't qualify for, right? So this isn't a tax income where you have to be below a certain um, monthly income or yearly income. This is not, Section 8 or anything like that. It's just a normal apartment. They don't really work too well with evictions. Now, you have a program that if you do have a client that has an eviction, you can pull up all the apartments that will work with that person. So you could filter exactly on base of what your client needs. So you're not sitting there for hours searching for things when you can get information straight to you. It's basically like the apartment locating MLS system, as you would say, but a lot cheaper.
How much money are they going to have to come to the table to get into one of these places that's offering these incentives?
Uh, I don't have like a specific number, but it was like an application fee, admin fee. Once they get approved, they were actually going to give that application fee back to my client. So some of these places are waiving all of them, so they literally don't pay anything. And then some people do have to pay $300 to $500. And then usually, if you nobody usually moves in on the first, right? So they pay a prorated charge for the amount of days that they're going to be there that month. So let's make it easy. Let's say there's 30 days that month. They move in on the 20th. They pay for 10 days, and then whatever additional fees they may have. So it just varies per department or apartment.
How much are they having to come with as far as the additional fees that people typically associate, like first, last, a broker fee, finder's fee, security deposit?
Zero. Our services are completely free. They what happens is that the apartments pay us. So the great news is that my clients usually end up feeling guilty. They're like, "You did all this work for me, and I didn't pay you anything. I have to do something for you." And as a matter of fact, I let them know, "Hey, no, the apartment paid me. It's okay. The best thing that you can do for me is your referral." So always looking after the next paycheck, right? But I also bring them housewarming gifts. Of course I use that as marketing, but also it's like, you know, you worked with me, I helped you, we helped each other in a way, and I just want to say it's my way of saying thank you, and just wishing them well in their new year that they're about to spend at this brand new place. And they say I watched a guy who was very big on apartment located, and he said 5% of everyone that year you moved into a home will call you back to buy a house. So they'll sell houses from this also in the future. So some people just
Now,
need a year or two to get right before they
I
buy
don't
them.
want to, I would be remiss if I just glossed over what you said there. So people are not
Yes.
having to pay for a security deposit or last month's rent. All that they're having to do is pay their first month rent and then maybe some nominal fee for like an application, which might be less than $100. And in many cases, they're getting that back.
Sometimes less than that. So they'll pay a prorated fee, and normally all these apartments have specials. So they'll get the first full month's rent completely free, or 2 months rent, or whatever the special is. And so it's great. They're just paying a slight proration and maybe some rinky-dink fees here and there that are not that much.
Do you have the ability to shout out here a specific apartment complex that is offering? Would that be not advantageous to your business? I don't want to put you in a bad position.
Yeah. I will say this: there is an apartment in the north side of San Antonio that will have a two-bedroom, two bath with 1,000 square something feet with in-unit washer and dryers. They are stackable, but they're in unit for $900 right now, and will give you a month and a half for free to live there. Absolutely insane. If you want to
Now,
know more about that, contact me. My all my socials are Matt Knows Texas.
now you mentioned for free. You mentioned there's a place that's offering 3 months. You mentioned this place that's a month and a half. What's the catch?
The catch is that there's a lot of competition out there. Owners don't like vacancies. Right now, occupancy is about 80 to 90%, and they want to be higher. So they know that other apartment complexes are having specials. And your business. So there's really no catch to it. If you're not getting a special when you move in, you're missing out. Dylan,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. You froze for a bit there.
hello.
Can you hear me?
My phone's getting hot because I'm charging it and it's in the sun.
We got a
My
Texas
fault.
thing.
I unplugged it.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We are
It's
coming up
hot as
on
hell, yeah.
we are coming up on time here. This has been the 10-minute review by Cage Match Apartment Locators, sponsored by the Straight to the Money podcast. Matt, thank you for joining us today. I'll let you get back to it.
Awesome. We can re-record it if you need.